Hello, students. I'm Dr. Scott McDermott. It is Sunday, August 9th, 2020, and I want to welcome you to our History 1112 Survey of World History 2 course for fall 2020. First of all, I want to congratulate you on your wisdom in signing up for this fully online course. This course is set up to be completely online, and so we won't have to worry about face masks, social distancing, or all those other things that you're probably having to deal with in your other courses. And we know that no matter what happens, we'll be fine and we'll be able to continue and complete the work for this semester. This is an asynchronous online course, which means that you do not have to log in or show up at any certain time. We're not going to have class meetings together online. All of the material is loaded into the 9 modules that you see on our Georgia View homepage, and you're going to work through those more or less at your own pace. Now, there are important deadlines that you need to follow, and once a module ends, it's over, and you can't really go back to those discussions for each module. So there are deadlines, but within each module, you can more or less set your own pace for working through all of this material. So I really want to urge you, this is probably the most important bit of advice I'll give you in this little talk, to carefully read the syllabus for this course from beginning to end. You'll find it in the Start Here folder on our Georgia View homepage. And when I say read it, I don't mean just glance at it on your phone. Ideally, print it out, read it carefully, carry it around with you, make it your friend. The syllabus is your friend because it basically contains all of the information you need to succeed in this course. It will answer a lot of your questions and save you a lot of heartache moving forward. And once you have read the syllabus carefully, well, first of all, please contact me if you have any questions. My contact info is at the very top of the first page of the syllabus. And then sign the last page and turn in that last syllabus acknowledgement page, please. There's an assignment box for that in Module 1. So you can print it out and sign it and scan it, or you can even just take a picture of it and upload that, or you can download the Word document and electronically sign that and upload it again. Any of those methods is fine for your syllabus acknowledgement page. I really hope that you will all choose to hit the ground running in this course for a few reasons. First of all, obviously I haven't removed anything from the course because of the situation we're going through. So even if they close the campuses and we all have to go home again and so forth, this course is going to continue with all of the same material in it. And we have a lot of material to cover, several hundred years of world history. The only thing that I've changed really because of COVID is that I used to have proctored exams where you had to have them supervised. But I'm not doing that right now because there are some obstacles to that. So no proctored exams, but otherwise this is the same course and has a great deal of material to cover. And we will cover it all. So even if we have to go home, the course is designed so that you can actually do all the assignments on your smartphone. It's better that you use a computer, but even if you go home and don't have access to a computer necessarily, you can do everything, including the exams, on your smartphone. So we will cover all this material. The second reason why we need to hit the ground running is that this is not your typical online course. My courses really aren't your typical university courses. So, for example, this is not the kind of course where you're just going to read a chapter in a textbook and take a quiz and then try to memorize the quiz answers for an exam and then take the exam and then forget all of those answers forever. I don't really believe in that. To me, that just isn't education in my field, history, one of the liberal arts. To me, that just isn't a real learning experience. We do have a textbook for this course, but the textbook readings are totally optional They are only recommended, they are not required. In other words, you don't have to actually do them unless you just really want to. If you feel like you would benefit from that, then by all means get the textbook and do those readings. But the real required readings for this course are, excuse me, just a second. The real required readings for this course are what we historians call primary source documents. That is, eyewitness accounts to history. These are documents that were written by people who actually lived through the historical events we're going to be studying. And to me, that's far more interesting than reading what some historian had to say hundreds of years later. And so the heart and soul of the course will be the discussions we will have on the discussion board based on these primary source historical documents. Now, the discussions are very important for this course. They count for 40% of your overall grade, so it's really important that you understand the discussion procedure and that you really commit to these discussions. I've explained how the discussions work actually a couple times in the syllabus, so please read that carefully. But basically, in a nutshell, this is how it's going to work. You'll have, based on your documents, a few discussion questions in each module. So you're going to post your individual answers to those questions, and you must do that by the deadline for your first posts. For Module 1 in this course, your first deadline is Saturday, August the 15th at 11:59 p.m. By that time, you must have made your first post for the self-introduction exercise and for the discussion questions for Module 1. But once you've made your answer, once you've posted your answers to the questions, the discussion is not over and the assignment is not complete. Then the groups that you've been assigned to, there are 3 groups for discussion purposes, will try to come up with a group answer that everyone can agree on to those questions. And obviously, in order to achieve that, we have to have a conversation on the discussion board. And so in Module 1, that we'll have 5 additional days after that, up till August 20th, when the group will be working out its group answer. Each group will have a chair appointed to help with that process. Okay, and there are some excellent rewards for serving as chair. You can even be excused from the final exam with a perfect score. So if you're interested, if you want to take the time to really be a leader in your group and to be a chair for these discussions and serve your group mates, please contact me as soon as possible. Okay, so it's a 2-step process, and the most important part is that group discussion. And I want you all to really engage with this, really commit to it, and really have fun with it and enjoy it. You know, college is a rare time in life when you get the chance to interact with and share ideas with a lot of very interesting and intelligent people. And believe me, when it's over, you'll miss it. So right now, this is a chance for you to bounce some ideas off your peers and to really make these discussions very, very meaningful. And that is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for you to post 1 time or 2 times or 3 times. I'm looking for a meaningful discussion, and that's what the discussion grades will be based on. All right, so where was I? Okay, so that first deadline, August 15th, the reason I have those deadlines for the first posts is that if I didn't, everyone would just wait till most people would just wait till the last day of the module to post, and then it would be too late to get a conversation going. So that's why I have that extra deadline. It's in the course calendar and it's listed on the syllabus, that deadline for the first posts for each module. Okay. Some of these readings were written hundreds of years ago, and they're going to be challenging to read. So don't be embarrassed if you find that you need to seek help. Well, first of all, be sure to set aside the time that you need to really read these documents. Time to look up unfamiliar vocabulary words, for instance. But then you may find you need a little extra help. Contact me, come to my office hours, or call me during my office hours, or send me an email. I'm very responsive. I'm very good about being available to students. Take advantage of peer tutoring or the study tables, or also your group members, contact them. And sometimes people have had group chats going for these groups. That's great. And work together to read these documents together. Because it will be worth it. And I think you'll find if you really invest the time to read these documents carefully, it's going to enrich your experience of the course, and you're going to get much more out of the course. Okay. Another very important thing is that according to federal law, on August 25th, I have to turn in an attendance verification to show who has actually attended the course. And the definition for that is that you must have submitted a graded assignment. So essentially what that means is that you must participate in Module 1 and submit these discussion posts, or else by federal law I'm required to drop you from the course on August 25th. So please don't let that happen to you. Last thing I want to say is this. We are living through historic times, and by that I don't just mean COVID-19, although that's certainly historic. This summer we saw remarkable political developments centered around the Black Lives Matter protests of the murder of George Floyd. We also have a presidential election going on right now. And I think you'll find that many of the issues that come up in this course are very relevant to the issues that are being presented to you now as citizens to deal with. And so I hope that you'll find some inspiration from the struggles that people in the past have gone through dealing with similar crises, and that you'll find some wisdom there, and also wisdom from talking to each other and learning how to dialogue as good citizens should, because God knows we need that right now if our country is going to move forward. So please take advantage of this opportunity to inform yourselves as good citizens. I promise to do the same. I always learn a lot from these discussions myself. And I look forward to working with all of you. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or if I can be helpful at all. Thanks. Good luck and have a wonderful semester.